Stop. Before we get into anything else today, I need you to hear this. You don't have a lead problem. You don't have a market problem. You don't have a skill problem. You have a leadership problem. And if you're being honest with yourself right now, somewhere in your gut, you already know this. Stay with me. Because what I'm about to break down is going to be uncomfortable. And it's also going to be the thing that changes everything. Hi, my name is Mansour. I'm a top 1% agent, a team leader, and I've coached hundreds of agents across North America over the past 22 years. And the pattern I see repeatedly, the agents who are stuck aren't stuck because of the market. They're stuck because of themselves. This video is for the agent who is putting in the work, doing the things, and still not seeing the results that match the effort. Let's get into it. A few years back, I had an agent reach out to me. Solid guy, been in the business 4 years, wasn't brand new. He was posting every day, had a CRM, was doing open houses, showing up. He says to me, Will, I don't get it. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Why aren't I growing? And I asked him one question. I said, how many real conversations did you have with potential clients this week? He paused. Then he said, I've been really focused on getting my content right and updating my database. I stopped him right there. That agent wasn't working. He was moving. And those are two completely different things. He spent 40 hours that week staying busy, and maybe 3 of them moved his business forward. That's not a strategy problem. That's not a market problem. That's a leadership problem. And the second I showed him that, everything shifted. All right, let's talk about what's going on. When you look at the top agents in your market, the ones doing 30, 50, 100 plus deals a year, what do you think separates them? Most agents will say better leads, better brand, been in the business longer, got lucky early. That is surface level thinking. Because if that were true, there would be thousands more agents at the top, but there aren't. So what's the real gap? Leadership. Not leadership like running a team meeting. I'm talking about how you lead yourself, how you lead your time, how you lead conversations under pressure, how you make decisions when everything feels uncertain. That's the gap, and most agents never cross it. Here's the truth most people won't say out loud. You're busy, but you're not leading. You're posting content, checking your CRM, replying to messages, going on showings, and it feels like progress. But here's the question nobody's asking themselves. Is this moving me forward or just keeping me in motion? Motion is easy. Leadership is hard. Let me give you 2 agents. Agent A posts every day, spends hours tweaking graphics, responds to every notification the second it hits. Is this you? Agent B, 2 to 3 real conversations every single day, follows a structured follow-up system, knows exactly who they're targeting, and tracks their pipeline every week. Guess who always wins? Every time. Not because they work harder, but because they lead better. This one quietly kills more careers than anything I've ever seen. You're waiting to feel more confident, waiting to learn more, waiting to get your systems perfect. Let me ask you something. When exactly do you think you'll feel ready? Here's what happens. You don't feel ready, you act anyway, and confidence shows up after. But most agents flip that. They wait for confidence first, and it never comes. That's not a strategy. That's avoidance dressed up as preparation. Leadership looks like making the call when you don't feel ready, posting when you're unsure, having the uncomfortable conversation anyway. You're not lacking information, you're lacking execution under certainty. This one is subtle and completely dangerous. You start lowering your standards without realizing it. It's a slow market. People aren't buying right now. Leads aren't converting like they used to. But here's what's happening. You're adjusting your expectations to match your comfort zone. And nothing good comes from comfort zones. There are agents in your market right now, same market, same conditions. Listing homes, closing deals, signing buyers, growing teams. What's different? Their standard. They've decided what's acceptable and what's not, and what they will do regardless of how they feel. That's leadership, not motivation. Standards. If you want to break through, this is the shift. You stop asking, what should I do next? What strategy should I use? And you start asking, who do I need to become to operate at that level? Here's what that looks like in practice. Number 1, they lead their calendar, not their mood. Most agents wake up and ask, what do I feel like doing today? Top agents don't. Their calendar already told them what they're doing today. Prospecting block, follow-up block, content, client meetings. No debate, no emotion, just execution. Because your feelings are not reliable for your business strategy. Number 2, they measure what matters. Do you know how many conversations you had last week? How many follow-ups you completed? How many leads moved forward? Or are you guessing? Because if you're guessing, you're not leading. You're hoping. Numbers don't lie, and leadership requires clarity. Number 3, They have standards, not just goals. A goal says, I hope this happens. A standard says, this is how I operate. There's a massive difference between I want to prospect more and I speak to 3 new people every day, no exceptions. One is wishful, the other is executionable. Number 4, they understand the real game. Conversations. Your entire business comes down to one thing. Not likes, not views, not followers. Conversations. Specifically the right conversations with the right people at the right time with the right positioning. Most agents talk to whoever shows up and react to inbound. Top agents create conversations. They guide them. They control the direction. That's leadership. Let's get practical. Here's where you start. Step 1, define your non-negotiables, not goals. Standards. How many conversations per day? How many follow-ups? Lock it in. No negotiation. Step 2, build a simple system. Leads come in, immediate response, days 1 to 7, daily follow-up, weeks 2 to 4, structured touches, ongoing long-term nurture. That's it. Consistency breaks complexity every time. Step 3, audit your time. Track your day for 3 days. Then ask, what actually moved the needle? Cut everything else out. Step 4, raise your standard right now, not next month, not after the slow season. Ask yourself, if I were already operating as a top agent, what would today look like? Then act like that version today. Leadership is not a title, it's a decision. A decision to stop waiting, stop blaming, stop avoiding, and start executing. And once you make that shift, everything changes. Your confidence, your consistency, your results. Because you stop reacting to your business and you start leading it. Let me leave you with one question. If nothing changed in your business for the next 12 months, would you be okay with that? Because I know I wouldn't. If the answer is no, then the real question becomes, what are you going to do different? Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. The gap you're feeling right now, it's not permanent, but it will be if you don't step into leadership. And that decision, that's entirely on you. All right, if this hits different and you want to do something about it, here's what I need you to do for me right now. First, hit the subscribe button. I put out content every week specifically for agents like you who are serious about building a real estate business, not just staying busy. If you want to stay in that conversation, that button's right there. Takes 2 seconds. Thank you. Second, I've got a video coming up that goes even deeper on the exact system I use to structure my week so nothing falls through the cracks. No leads going cold, no follow-ups missed, no guessing. If you want to see that video and how I have built my business, stay tuned for that. Third, right here on my channel, you can find a Calendly booking link to schedule a complimentary 30-minute call to dive into your real estate business and really find out what's working and what's holding you back. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Go get after it, and I'll see you in the next one.